that these summits are not summits where we just talk. Flowing from the Paris COP as well as others, let us now put money on the table and collectively say we are going to address this mega project. A mega project which will in the end generate electricity for up to 12, 15 African countries all at one go. And this is a project that I think the multilateral development banks here working together, the call that you've made, President Macron, can actually fund. And where, as we rise from this, we should be able to say the Inga Dam is now going to be developed into the Inga Power Station.
Sharp and direct message by President Cyril Ramaphosa as he called on the global north to ensure that the reforms are expedited at the international financial institutions. The host of the summit and French President Emmanuel Macron says world leaders, the private sector and international organizations need to act immediately to change how the global financial system works, or they'll lose the trust of the people.
This year and next year are absolutely critical. If we miss the target, if we are not sufficiently ambitious and efficient, if we don't move our standards and portfolio, trust of our people will be lost. Which means that all the governments we can engage with you in that direction will be under pressure of their people. You probably heard some of the leaders. And we say, okay, we tried, we made something cooperative, we under-deliver, let's change, we will regulate, and we will be much more tough. And the risk is in place, given the agenda. So I think we have to take the lead in this common and collective and cooperative approach and go much faster and further.
We've called on the World Bank to identify process improvements to increase its speed, agility, and responsiveness. And we've called also for strengthening the World Bank's efforts to mobilize private capital at scale. This means creating incentives for staff that reward mobilization rather than just use of the bank's own resources. It means setting ambitious mobilization targets that could drive a shift in operations toward achieving them. Good morning. And refining instruments and approaches like guarantees, securitization, and asset recycling.
The World Bank says it will ease financing for countries hit by natural disasters, and the International Monetary Fund has announced it has hit the targets of making $100 billion in special drawing rights available for vulnerable nations. Some leaders stress the importance of peace and equitable partnerships.
We cannot achieve what we want to achieve if we allow our global community to focus time, resources, everything, technology, on conflict. I think there's a duty for us all to keep our individual countries peaceful, out of conflict, and not export instability to other countries, neighboring or far away. As we now know, instability anywhere is instability everywhere.
The world leaders used the gathering to forge consensus on a number of initiatives. Though binding decisions are not expected, organizers want some strong commitments to support poor countries, especially in Global South. Khayelihle Khumalo, SABC News, Johannesburg.